Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. The Android CLI tool has actually gotten a crazy good update, and most people aren't even aware that this update has shipped. Specifically, this update is super helpful if you already stick to agentic development for Android apps inside of Android Studio. Because if you've worked a little bit with agents, then you know that typically where agents were wrong was the app's UI. Especially if the agent referenced some kind of Figma designs or existing designs somewhere in order to replicate those designs in your Android app. It's not so trivial to actually make the agent consistently stick to those designs. And the new update makes that much easier. In case you've missed it, the Android CLI is in the Android command line tool that Google has released that gives us command line access to Android Studio functionality, like managing emulators, like getting the current layout structure of the open app, which is then of course a perfect API, a perfect entry point for an agent to control Android Studio. But what is this update now about? Of course, in order to stick to this, you need to make sure that your CLI is up to date. So you type Android update in your terminal. This is the version that I'm using right now. And after having updated it, you would also need to type Android init again in your repository so that it actually updates all the skills for your agents that it comes with. And you also need the latest stable Android Studio version, which at this point is Android Studio Quail. So this is required for you to follow through or to also stick to what I will show you here. But what is the actual problem? Let's take this mockup here as an example. This comes from my running tracker app, which I've made my Android Essentials bundle course about. And as you can see, it's a simple Figma mockup with how the UI should actually look like. And such a Figma mockup you typically have for each distinct state per screen. So maybe there's also a variant of the screen where one of the text fields is filled out, where maybe all of these requirements are not fulfilled, where maybe the sign up button is disabled. So you on the one hand have the single source of truth of your UI designs in Figma, how your screen should really look like, or your UI component, it doesn't have to be a screen. On the other hand, you have what is actually built in Android Studio. So in Android Studio, we have this preview here where we build this UI. And now when an agent builds this, you of course want some sort of way, ideally for the agent, to verify its own work. And while there are multiple ways to already do that, for example via screenshot testing, so the agent launches the app with the emulator commands from the CLI tool, makes a screenshot of this particular screen state, and then compares this screenshot with a screenshot from Figma. But that was quite bad, because the agent could only make screenshots from a running app, and it had to always bring the app into exactly the state where the screen shows exactly as you want to test it. For the registration screen here, that's maybe simple, but if the screen is somewhere very deep in the app where you have to go through multiple screens first, have to do something in order to even get to the screen state that you want to test against Figma, that was really difficult and took quite a while because the agent had to figure out the whole way of getting there. But now that has actually changed, and we have a very cool new tool in order to verify such UI without even having to launch the app. And by the way, if this is something that you want to get deeper into, so real professional agentic workflows, getting to all these more advanced verification loops and verification cycles, I'm actually hosting a completely free one-time workshop on June 21st at 3 p.m. UTC. It's a completely free workshop, online, live, just this single time, no recording, about AI-first Android and Kotlin multi-platform development. You can find the link down below. Registration, as I mentioned, is completely free, but we won't record it because we, of course, want to encourage live interaction. Check it out. But what is actually the cool news now? The cool news is that we now finally have a way to export a compose preview as an actual screenshot, as an actual JPEG file. And this is a new command that ships with the Android CLI. So we can say Android Studio, and I think we can say -H, and we get the help commands. Then you can see there is now a render compose preview command that we, or rather the agent, can use in order to render any compose preview as a real image that gets saved on disk. And then you can see I've already exported my Figma screen here as a simple PNG file. This is put here in Android Studio. And the moment we have that Figma source of truth, how it should look like, and we on the other hand have this compose preview, we can also generate a screenshot from this compose preview and compare this with the Figma component. And this is what an agent can do completely autonomously. So we in the end just need to go in here and we say, okay, fresh Claude session or whatever agent you use, and we simply input a prompt like, please take the splash screen Figma PNG at the root of the project and compare it against the rendered compose preview from the register screen using the Android CLI skill. And then we say, then tell me any inconsistencies between these two screens, specifically what our app misses that Figma implements. And we then simply submit that. So you can see Claude now says it will actually use the Android Studio render compose preview command because it has figured that out from our Android CLI skill. Oh, that's actually a different skill of mine that I've built. That doesn't apply here, but it still loaded that since the keywords have matched. And now it will render this preview here as an image, register screen preview. Takes a little moment. It will then compare these and will give us a report of findings of inconsistencies. This report of findings is, of course, not necessarily for you, but this can again be for the agent itself in order to verify its own work before even telling you that it's done with implementing a certain UI, for example. And this is now, of course, much, much faster, not just much faster, but also much cheaper, since you can define how the state of the preview looks like, of course. If we say we want to match this against a different Figma screen, so a different Figma state of that screen, we could really just come up with another preview and we say, okay, here maybe the email is pre-filled. We could say, here we have a pre-filled email address, and then we have a new preview, and with this single change, the agent could get our real look from the real compose code as a preview, as a screenshot, and compare that with Figma to the UI variant that maybe shows a filled out text field. And you save all those tokens that the agent would normally need in order to navigate to the screen, in order to figure out where to navigate, in order to always print the UI hierarchy to know where to actually simulate these clicks and navigate to this final screen to take a screenshot of. All this is not necessary anymore because we can just export a compose preview as a screenshot. And here you can see in a single minute, the agent is done, has both images rendered, and it has found some issues. So for example, this bottom already have an account sign-in footer is absent. Figma has a second call to action pinned near the bottom of the screen. So if we take a look in Figma, then you can see here we have this already have an account text sign in. This is missing in our app, and it has correctly spotted that inconsistency because here it's not placed at the bottom. Then we have this 0 to 9 clarifier here for these numbers, which apparently is shown in Figma. So you can see here at least one number in parentheses 0 to 9. This is also a piece of our text that is not shown here in our real implementation. It has spotted that. Then it says the primary button label differs. Here Figma says sign up, but our app says register. Email placeholder differs. Figma uses email as the placeholder. The app uses example test. Requirement text is singular versus plural. So here on the one hand it says contains lowercase characters, but our app says contains lowercase character. The button color differs. Okay, that is because our button here is disabled since nothing is filled out. That is an inconsistency in Figma actually. The password icon is actually toggled. Status bar, okay, status bar is not so important. So it has found quite some inconsistencies. So the only one inconsistency that there still exists that it has not found is that the button here is actually aligned to the bottom of this form and not to the bottom of the screen. So this is something it hasn't found out. But you can see out of all the remaining things, it has spotted a lot of inconsistencies that it can now fix autonomously without needing our input in any way. And this is super, super powerful. I've really waited for such a command because so far there was no real way to export a compose preview as a real image. So as I mentioned, if you want to learn how you can bake, for example, this verification loop along with many, many more verification loops into your own professional agentic workflows, then check out the workshop. This is really not any kind of vibe coding workshop, but I really want to target professional developers or those wanting to become one who now want to get into agentic development, get an introduction to that, and get ideas on how you can really implement that in your real production code bases while keeping the code quality high. So registration is free, link below. Thanks for watching. I will see you back in the next video. Have an amazing rest of your week. Bye-bye.